Welcome to Linux Overdose, episode 17, and today is going to be about installing Maglina, uh, Magila, Magila, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Mageia, and you notice that I'm on Debian, GNOME, Jessie GNOME, 8.04, I believe it was. This is on my second hard drive that I have in my system. Haven't been here for a while, so I figure do the podcast here. And I noticed I couldn't keep my dot files showing at all times. I just like to do it instead have to do here and show hidden files. But when I did this and close it and go back, it went back to not showing the hidden files. So there was something else you had to do. You had to go to this dconf editor, and you go to org GTK settings and file chooser, and by default this is unchecked, and that's the reason why it kept going back. I'm not showing hidden files, but by clicking here and of course have this check, it now stays as default, which it's uglier because it's showing all the defaults. But I go to it goes to the dot files. I use these dot files all the time going editing or I need something for reference, and it's just quicker showing the dot files at all times for me. So I finally fixed that in Debian Jessie. So and I usually keep things default. It's using it's called GNOME Files as the file manager. So which is here. Files is 3.14.1, and it's not one of my favorite file managers, but like I said, I always try to use the defaults. And you can see I'm still using Iceweasel, which I think is going to be discontinued here soon. So but I'm using it as default. I haven't added another browser yet. At least I don't think I have. It's only one, and you should always have two browsers. So eventually I'll install either Firefox or Debian. But that's enough for about Debian. We're going to go ahead and install Magida. I guess that's how you pronounce it, which is Mageia. I never heard anyone pronounce it yet, so I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. And it's formerly it's a fork of Mandrivia. So and it's originally in France, and here's all the desktops that are available, and I believe the default one is KDE, which right here it is KDE, and that's what I'm going to install, is the KDE version of this. So we just go to their website, and it looks like the new one's been released June 2015. So this is an older release. They haven't did a new one yet. I don't know when a new one is due yet. Looks like there's just some art here for 6, and 6 is in development, but always go for stable, and we'll go this one right here, 5, and download it right now. So we just go ahead and click here, see where it takes us. Classic installation. And like I said, I like torrents. We just click on this, see what happens. Alright, got lost here. Alright, KDE. I don't see the download. Okay, click on that. 64-bit BitTorrent. Okay, I just didn't double click that or something, so there it is. And right here it is. It's this is it right here. So we download it, press OK. We just go ahead and get rid of this one. And it's large, 3.92 gigabytes. Wow. So it'll take a while to install it, which yeah, it's going right now. And we see what kind of speed we got here. 18 minutes, 14. So I'm going any lower, 12. Alright, so probably got 8 minutes now. So I'm getting more and more peers, so we just see how this goes. And remember, I don't have no, you just right click and then get rid of it that way. So, and I was messing with my fonts. I still don't got it the way I want it yet on this distro. Of course, I got perfect on Voyager because I've been on it for a while. And what I do is when I first install any kind of Linux, I first get it stable, make sure everything just works. You don't have to work perfect, just works. And then I go back and then tweak each whatever thing I dislike or think it's not operating correctly or whatever. I just fix each one, and I concentrate on one thing and get it fixed. So everyone installs Linux and they always have problems. Everything doesn't work out of the box. I mean, everyone has a different piece of hardware. The Linux distro has it preset for certain hardware, whatever hardware they was using. And I think that's what each distro should always establish, is what hardware did they test their distro on. And of course it's perfect for them, and then they release it to us, and then we download it on different hardware, and then we report bugs or trouble, and then they try to compensate that on the next update. And that's how things get fixed. But it would be nice if we know what hardware they use to test. I think it'd just be a lot easier. But I've been with Linux for almost 13 years now, and I use Intel processors, which I'm using the i5 generation 4. I'm using a Gigabyte motherboard. I got 16 gigs of memory, which this is the first time I used that much memory, which I'm glad I went that way. So, okay, let's see what the download is. We got, looks like 4 minutes. So it's pretty fast, and I'm getting used to this GNOME thing. And of course, I can have the icons here. Like I said, I try to get used to their way of how to operate it. Just get the feel, see if I like it. I don't judge anything right off the bat. I don't dislike it or like it. I just play around with it and see if it fits my needs. Is it annoying? And then I just go from there and make my decisions. All right, this is enough. I need to do it the other way, or however. But I always try to get their way. So, okay, we'll see how well that's doing now. And GNOME is okay. It's not my favorite desktop environment. And this is the first time I installed Debian as I might as well say it's a primary. I mean, it's on my other hard drive. I just don't use this as my main driver. I'm using Voyager 14.0404, which is an older version. They got the 16.04 release, and I think I'm going to stick with Voyager. I will reinstall it somewhere November, December, January, in that area, and I'll download this 16.04 and get it set up the way I want it. I do like Voyager. I like how it's set up. It feels right. I got everything adjusted right, because like I said, nothing's perfect. When you first install Linux, never expect it being perfect. Never. And I don't. I just, like I said, I try to live with their defaults. Anything I can't live with or I don't like, I just change, get rid of it, hide it. So most of the time I don't even get rid of some of the software. I just hide it where it's not even being seen no more. And the reason I do that, of course, when you update, it's going to still update all those old packages or packages you never mess with, and that does take time. But my internet's fast, so don't bother me that extra time, and I might want to go back and check it out just to see the new features. So I rarely get rid of anything unless it just pops up in my face all the time and I don't use it, and it's reminding me or just something annoying. I just get rid of it where it's not there, present no more, won't annoy me anymore. Alright, so we got 1 minute and 37 seconds. So it's pretty fast. I'm using torrents, and always use torrents. This HTTP servers are just way too slow. So always use torrents, always do. Unless I just can't find a torrent or whatever. So alright, and I have installed this on a computer a long time ago when it first came out, on someone's computer because they want to switch to Linux. Well, they thought they want to switch to Linux. I chose this, thought it was going to be easy, which was easy for me to set up, and I got the way I thought the person would like it. She was on it for, I don't think, a day. Didn't give it a chance, and she wanted to go back to Windows. So I gave her Windows again. So that one person I couldn't convert to Linux, and probably never will. She's so used to the Microsoft Windows applications, the way they look and where everything's placed, and everything just works for her, and she don't like a change, not even a slightly change. So everyone should give Linux a chance. And if you don't, then you'll just never know how good Linux is. Alright, it is download, because right here's the complete. And how I always check, I go to properties, go to files, so just make sure everything's 100%, which it is. So, and then I just go ahead and pause this, and then I just close the application. And then it's always going to go wherever your download default is, which mine is in downloads, and then right here it is. And the ISO, the one I want, is this one right here. And this is a check to see if this is a good make sure it's a good ISO. It's not converted, corrupted, or anything. And I never got to have it a check. What I do, I just run it, and if something's wrong, I just go from a different source and download it. And I never had a problem with ISO ever, so I don't check the sum check thing. So but you can do it if you want to. It's there for you to do it. So okay, it's downloaded right there. It is. Let's go ahead and if you was going to burn it, you open up your burning program, which mine is this one. And if I was going to burn it, you go to burn icon, find where it's at, which right here it is, and then just burn it. So but of course I'm not going to burn it and install on a computer. I'm just going to do a virtual box. So right here it is. Let's see, just ignore, and I'm going to get rid of both of these. So I'm just going to right click, remove, and delete all files. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Remove, delete all files. Now it's gone. I like VirtualBox where it's just so quick to just get rid of everything. Just wipe the slate clean. You can get as many as you want, as long as your hard drive is capable of holding, you know, all the files and stuff. Alright, we'll create our new machine. Mageia. I forget what version it was. Yeah, what version was that? Oh, I can go back to the file. And it's 5. So we just put 5 here. And we'll go to next. Memory. Just give it that. Default, and give it 23. Alright, and then go to settings, and we'll go ahead and do this system, just uncheck that. I ain't gonna do nothing about that. Need to put our DVD in, our ISO. So right there it is. So it's in audio, network, do the bridge, and that's it. Alright, now we're ready to boot into the disk. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to install it. So just press enter. It's detecting my devices, USB device, And multiple language, we just press next. Let's see, this is just like some kind of agreement thing. Accept. Let's see, next. Use free space. Yeah, we just use the free space, which is all of it. You know, the 23 whatever I did for the virtual drive. Alright, now what we want to installation mediums to configure a media selection. We'll just say none for right now. Core release. Yeah, we want that. So next. Okay, we got no KDE, GNOME, and then your custom, which looks like made LXDE, whatever your other choices are, but we're doing the KDE, so that's default. And now it's installing. And it's in 7 minutes, 8 minutes, you know, whatever long it's going to take. So that's, you know, that's how easy to get Linux. And now if you burn it to the disk, you just boot off the disk. You have to go to BIOS, which one of my episodes has the BIOS one. We just go there now. We just go to YouTube channel right now. And so far I have 15 subscribers and 554 views. And right here's the BIOS, which is episode 7 part 5. It talks about how to get in the BIOS and how to set your DVD player to boot off first, so you can boot off the DVD to install it. And the installing procedure is just the same as I'm doing in the virtual box. So and we're on episode 17, which I'll be loading that here after I get done. So go back to the installation. Got 2 more minutes, and I'm getting used to how to navigate through GNOME and all that. So like I said, it's not one of my favorites, but it might grow on me. I'm using it, and I'm getting used to it. And KDE is one of my favorites, even though Voyager is using XFCE, my primary Linux distro, which XFCE has grown on me, so I do like it now. And everything I install that you've been seeing is on a desktop, so all my Linux distros are on desktop. I do have some laptops that I will show you one sometime down the road, and because I want to reinstall my laptops on Linux distros. So alright, password. This is for your administration password. And login icon. Oh, we just got choices of colors. That's all this is. So blue be fine, I guess. Real name, I go by Jim Crack. And now your username, password, which I use the same as my root. And here's advanced. We'll see what advanced we got. I'm just going to skip all that. And continue. I notice there ain't no auto boot, which I prefer it, and it's not here, so I have to change it after I get it installed. So it's doing a preparing an initial startup program, and it says it might take a while. Just wait. Okay, now what we got here? Choose a monitor. Huh. The plug and play, which is default, so I'll probably do that. Yeah, I just do the default. So, and I always can go back in settings after it's installed if it just ain't right. So we'll just do the plug and play, and then I configure any of this if I want right now, or go to next. I can check each one of them out. This is a time zone, so we'll go to Indianapolis, and all this stuff you can change after you install it. So never. Let's see what we go here. Automatic time sequence using. We just say yes. And United States. Country. Bootloader. Let's see, advance. What? Alright, and user manager. Hardware, keyboard, mouse. Okay, this is a chance to just change everything. I see. So we just go next now. Yeah, I always like to update, so we just say yes. Of course, it's checking my network, and I'm plugged in. I ain't using no wireless. It's just a lot quicker. Even if I did laptop, I always do wire. It's just a lot easier, just in case the Wi-Fi is not. You don't have the default drivers. The kernel don't. Whatever distro you use, most likely it will. But I always do wire, so I won't have to run across any problems. And then I boot, get the correct drivers if it ain't found already, and then I just unplug and I'm wireless. That's how I do it on the laptop. Just simple. Alright, now what we got? Yes, I say yes to this too. And what is it saying? Dependencies follow package or install. We just say okay. And then it's updating everything, so I don't have to do it after I reboot. Let's see, you should restart your computer for okay and done. Huh. We'll just say done. Oh, I can't say done, so let's press OK. Okay, and just say okay to this. So say okay. And congratulations. Which that was a little confusing, and I didn't read everything word by word. But I've done this so many times that, alright, do we want to boot? Of course it has a time. You can see a time right here. So, and now we're booting into the new Linux distro. And then there's my icon, which is blue, and then my username, which I just click on the icon where it fills, and then my password, and then I log in. And it's a beautiful boot up screen to set up. This place Manager was nice. So okay, I'm done. And for some reason, it's not showing my yeah, it's not showing my oh, here we go. Okay, it wasn't completely done here. Oh, it's finally boot up. And remember, when you first install something, it does take a while to boot up the very first time. So here's my cursor. So it was just finished booting up. And here's a little walkthrough to know what all this does. And I can if this is check marked, it's going to show this all the time. I can uncheck it to not show it, but I will read. I'll go through some of it, check it all. I'll close this. I'll leave that checked. That way it'll show up again. And then when I don't want to show up no more, just uncheck, close, and it'll never show up on reboot ever again. So, and then I'll go to full screen. So right here's the distro. So you got your home, and here's your folders. Trash, join the community. So this should take me to like the forums or something. So easy to get through here and find out if I have any problems with the distro. And let's see, here's our menu. So, and there's a lot of stuff installed. You might say bloated, but I just say it's convenient for a new user to have all this. And I know some distros don't have games pre-installed, and not even simple games. So there's no games installed. And I guess this is to install applications, which is the Synaptic Package Manager, I would think. It just says Software Manager, so I don't know what this one is. Let's see what it is. It's RPM Drake, so that's their graphical package manager. So like I said, if I want to find games, oh, there is one game. It's called Task Games. It's installed. Just put games. Alright. So here's ain't very many games to choose from. So let's see, toys. Let's see, let's get this bigger so I can see a little bit better. Alright, right here's games. And nothing's listed. So this system might need to be rebooted or just not set up right. Because let's see, are these just no, these are packages to install. For some reason, they don't have games repository, I guess. I don't understand that. Let's see. Let's get that out of the way. Click on this again. Nothing. So I would have to check on that. Why? But it's weird. Well, even that. So some click, I don't get nothing. Some I got choices, but the very amount of choices. So I'll have to see how that's working. I'll check that out. Let's see. We got show desktop. Let's see. Activities. We've got Dolphin as a file manager. Here's our system setup, which I'll be going through each one of these, make everything correct the way I want it. Let's see, what's this control panel? Install, remove software, update your system, which I definitely want to do that. Of course, we're using Firefox, and we got some updates available. Here's my network. Here's a clipboard, sound, which is kind of low. What's this? Notification. The time. See, this, it's too light here. The white, I would want that darker. So I'll be fixing that. Be fixing the graphic package manager. Try to figure why it's not having games listed. What else we got here? Well, that's lock your system. So I just press locked already. Well, we just unlock it. So that's a quick lock, and then of course this should be log out, turn off, restart. So, and this is desktop, quick stuff, and that's it. That's completely installed, and I'll be updating it. Make this a little darker. Check out the package manager. And just do a little bit of improvements. So I'll be back on the next episode. We'll do 17 part 2, the follow up on getting this kind of. I like everything so far. Just I want that darker. Try to figure out what's wrong with the package manager. It's not 100% the way it should be acting, and that might be cause just a reboot or update might just fix that right off the bat. So we'll go ahead and get out here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and just boot down here, shut the computer off. Suspend to RAM, or suspend to I don't want to suspend to nothing. I just want to shut it off. We'll see what the countdown what it does. I don't want it to suspend, I want to shut it off. And there, it's shutting off. So that's off. Go ahead and close this. Close this. Close this. And that was it. Told you a little bit about getting the file manager, show hidden files in Debian here, and how to install Manger 5, and it looks good. I'll go through a little bit more walkthrough in episode 17 part 2, and so I guess I'll go ahead and end this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.